I'm glad my memory just came back when I was looking through the book. And I think I was telling you about my roommates when I used to live at this apartment building, the Manor at 1905 Pico Boulevard in Santa Monica, California. My roommate was Amy. Amy had her own little room, and then Sephora had her own little room, and I lived with Tamika. And then Urania and Pamela had their own rooms. And Tamika and I shared it. But so we had some situations happen, so certain people moved into different rooms, but the cafeteria was up here. There were two ducks that used to meet there. They were so cute. You should have seen the ducks. They were just brother and sister, or husband and wife. This was also in Venice Beach, California. And this is my book, Venice Dreaming, I just released in the last couple months. With some of the editing, I would just overlap the editing, save it, then edit on top of it. Save it, edit on top of it. So with flowers, you become more of a richer color, just kind of like a painting. I wanted them to look like a painting. That was a beautiful rose. This one also. The community garden on Rose Avenue, Northampton, turns into another street. In Santa Monica, California, Venice Beach borderline. And there used to be a community garden there. On this picture, which is beautiful that day, I chose to color it with, to edit this color, which is like a golden kind of a light, because in the Bible days, I pictured this still water, not many people on the beach in certain locations. Although this picture was taken between 2015 and 2017 year. When I was homeless, I would look up at this tree. I had a tent. Most of the time for those 2 years was in a tent. And I looked up at this tree, and I colored it a couple different looks, but it was the same tree with the same squirrel. A couple of squirrels. So I made it. I colored it with the editing on that camera. Each camera was different, each phone. And this one I made more a lime green, fluorescent yellow. And then this one I made more of like a spring day kind of feeling. So, and it might have been on a spring morning. I don't remember when I edited that one, but it was somewhere homeless. I did the editing on both of them. I was homeless. This photo was just a beautiful day. It had just rained, or it was going to rain. And there was lots of clouds, and the birds were everywhere. Probably Scarlet and Butler were there. And that was on the corner where I was homeless, on 3rd and Rose. But the birds had this beautiful glow when I edited them. And this is the apartment building near where I was homeless. Google Corporation's over here. I was homeless across the street from Google. I chose to create the asphalt red because I was under an attempt to murder. They kept trying to murder me then too. And I believe that I studied psychology, I was going to be a doctor. And I'm missing as a doctor, but I have no memory as a doctor. But they say that when you choose red as the color of something like asphalt or your home, that you're being attacked or you're being murdered or there's something to do with blood in it. When you're coloring it as an artist, you're being tortured or something, and I was under a complete torture attack. But during these pictures, when I was next to the pier, we'd had a big sandstorm, and the sand had covered up the bike path. And the bike path picture's in there somewhere. But we had covered up, the sand had covered up the bike path. And it was this bike path, and it would just cover all the way in sand. And when I was homeless, I'd have to cover my head with clothing from not inhaling the sand. And it was pretty strong winds, you wouldn't believe. And these people at this location, all of them, even in this picture, would see me there homeless. Dart taser to the ground with my bicycle, they were there. These are the same people playing chess. I used to walk in and tell him I'm a royal queen. One man, I'll never forget him and his grandchildren and his daughters or whatever. And I'd see him every morning and I'd ask him for a cigarette. And I said, one day I'm going to take over England. He says, I can't wait for it to happen. And I loved that man. I loved everybody at the Coffee Bean. They had a lot of cave-in situations over there in the attic and under while I was there, and they know it's true. Because there's a jeweler across the street. It has to do with the jeweler. And they had construction next door, so they would say that's all true. They had constant toilet backups. So everybody at the Coffee Bean, I miss you guys. It is truly. I used to be homeless. And that Coffee Bean was on Santa Monica, California location of Ashland and Main Street. I think it was Ashland. I'll go through this more later, but I think I've done this before, but I just want to do it again and sure miss my backyard. Because this was 7507 Amestoy. 7507 Amestoy, where I used to live. And this is the garden. Those were all blue flowers. See how I changed the color? But they were all blue, like this blue. So that's about the blue they were, but they were all throughout the whole. Until someone one day chopped them down in the location. Okay, now on the back of my book, I did cover my tattoo with makeup. Mike did that for work also. It helps people that judge me realize when they see that I have it. I missed my last tattoo removal appointment. That to not judge. And I used to be very judgmental. We all are still daily. It's not a good idea too. I'm told I'm from Santa Barbara, California, but I'm missing from Buckingham Palace, England. I don't know why that suddenly blurred. On the cover is a Getty image. See how it's the same looking canal as my pictures. These are mine. So thank you, Getty Images. Appreciate the photographer, Getty Images, who did my cover of all my images. Once again, thank you, iUniverse Publishing. And Getty Images. Have a wonderful day. I'm Julie Chilelli.